Welcome to the Voice of Mongolian English podcast. Today we have a really special guest. She's a female first general. She worked at the UN in New York and also has prizes in International Women Courage Award from the State Department. Please welcome.
Thank you very much.
I'm very honored to have you here. It's a very special guest for me today. And let's start with the questions just straight away.
Okay.
What made you to join the Mongolian Army?
Actually, it was 1994 when I was just graduate my high school, and then initially I was thinking, and I wanted to become a doctor, but suddenly my mom made a decision to send me military academy because never been in military academy as a female cadet in that time. It's the first ever in the history they offered the female cadets in the university.
Oh, okay.
So my mom was heard from radio, and then she decided to send her oldest daughter to the military.
Oh, wow.
So it's my mom's decision,
Your
not
mom's
mine.
decision. Okay. How does it feel to be the first general in Mongolia, a female one?
It's of course great and so much honor. And it's been now more than 2 years,
2 years.
after my promotion. Initially I was thinking that all of the military girls has encouraged according to my rank. But later on I realized it's not only for the military girls, it's a whole Mongolian girls and women got encouraged.
Oh, yes, exactly.
When they saw it, yeah.
Exactly. It's really remarkable achievement of you, I must say. Working in the United Nations, such as keeping the peace in Africa, African countries like South Sudan. And tell us a cool story about it.
Okay. The peacekeeping mission, actually I had 3 mission experience.
Okay.
And the very first one is 2009.
2009.
Central Africa, Republic, Chad.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
Chad.
Yeah, that was the very historical mission, the shortest mission in the UN history. It's established in 2009 and closed in 2011. So Mongolia sent there 2 battalions and then few staff officers. I'm the one of the staff officer there as a human resource office. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And my second mission in South Sudan in 2013 to 14, and I was there working as a chief communication officer. And then third one is 2015 to 17 in headquarters of the UN in New York.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, peacekeeping missions can be very tough missions for men and especially for women. What do you learn for working in such atmospheres?
From the name, peacekeeping, right? So we're supposed to keep peace.
Yeah.
So it means unarrestable situation in that current country. So depend on the resolution and mandate. Every mission has a different tasks.
Okay.
But most of the missions have a mandate to protect civilians. Yeah.
Protect the civilians.
Yes.
The main mission.
Yes,
Main job.
the main job. Yeah.
Interesting. What was the hardest part of being in the military? What was your challenges to have I'm really interested in hearing stories from that African countries, since it's really for me as a man it will be hard for me also to be in military, serving in foreign country, keeping peace, maybe having a army enforcement. And what was the hardest part of?
Yeah. Once you ask that question, actually this year I have been joining for the military for 30 years.
30 years.
Yes, and of course there has a lot of time which I was thinking, oh, this is the hardest moment in the military. But now I'm thinking it's depend on the situation and then depend on what you think.
Mindset.
Yes. So now I'm thinking it's okay, not that much hard. If you can see the positive part of the things. Yeah.
We're same in every job. It's you have to keep a positive mindset. Yeah.
Even life.
Yes, exactly. Life is hard. Yeah. About New York, you lived in New York for how many years?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
How is life in New York?
It's beautiful. Of course, my family living first year in Manhattan.
Your family?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
We are living together. So after 2 years from South Sudan, and we moved to the New York.
New York.
So in my life, I have been living in the poorest country in the world, and then the richest city in the world.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So comparing two of these conditions, and then as a Mongolian person, I was thinking how lucky I am to born in my country.
Yes. New York is a big city. The United Nations has a big office there.
Yeah.
How was the life of it? How was the work experience coming there?
The condition, environment, people, of course, nice. But my work, I was thinking the hardest work.
Hardest
in that
work.
moment, yeah.
Okay.
I supposed to be go to the office in the morning. If I can approach around 5:30 or 6 in the beginning part of my appointment, because we have to prepare the situational report to the senior leaderships. So we are not allowed to make some mistake to highlighting all the situations. So situation means each officer has responsible for the different kind of missions, such as for me is I'm responsible for the South Sudan mission. So in that moment, in 2015 to 17, the South Sudan still has a civil war. So the situation report in the morning from the mission is more than 20 pages. So I have to shrink and make a highlight until 1 or 2 pages from 20 or 30 pages. So if I lost the one important situation in the page, then you know what's going to happen.
Very responsible job.
Very responsible. So I try to come early and doesn't want to make a mistake. But the situation report means inside of this news, so many people lost, and kids lost, and the women harassed by the men, and cattle stock lost, all of this.
Tragedies.
Yes. So it's not easy to read all this bad news and situations early morning. So it means in the beginning of my mission, I feel like a lot of stress from the news and these reports. And I was thinking, I'm living here in a nice condition. And then there is girls and women suffering over there. What can I do for them?
Yes.
So I can do the right news and right information, pick up all these reports and send to the higher level decision makers, and knowing them the situation for them, and make a resolution by them.
Very responsible service here for humanity.
Yes.
Very impressive of you. Okay, next question is, what advice would you give for military young people, young staff, young military service workers?
Nowadays, I met with most of the female military members.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, try to encourage them and what we can do for our service and for our country.
Yes.
So this is not the job and task only for the men.
Yes.
We have equal rights to serve our country. So let's try our best and let's contribute what you can achieve and what you can do. Yeah.
Exactly. After the military, do you have any plans after this work? Do you have any plans for after the service, basically? Do you have any plans? Did you do projects in Mongolia or live in New York or other cities?
Very soon, in end of July, I assigned to the UN permanent mission from Mongolia in UN. So it means that I'm going to New York again.
Yes.
Yeah, for
Yes.
4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
Back to the United Nations.
No, in the permanent mission of the Mongolia.
Oh.
This is like a Mongolian embassy next to the United Nations. So my job there is a military advisor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It means also responsible for the all peacekeepers whom we are sending from my country to
Yes.
the
Other nations.
Yeah, to the missions.
Yeah. Could you please elaborate and explain this more about this that department?
This is a permanent mission of
Yes.
Mongolia is established in 1961.
What does it do?
All of the resolutions made by United Nations and then Mongolian mission distribute the ideas and everything to the Mongolians. Yes, I don't know how I can explain the whole work because I'm a new staff. You know, I'm not appointed
You're
yet. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to tell about the Mongolian, maybe young generation, about Mongolian military or life in New York, the workings of United Nations, or especially the people or military soldiers who are going to France as a worker or a peacekeeper in such nations? Do you have any information more about to tell us, explain? So I'm really interested in it because I've heard that I can go to the France, serve in military, get paid, and how is it like? How is it goes like there? Because I don't have any experience.
You mean the legionnaire?
Yes, exactly, or any other.
But this is a completely different task.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, serving for the France army is just serve for the France. But the UN, United Nations troops, is served for the whole world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
this is a different tasks. Yeah.
Tasks, different departments.
Even in the military, we also have a NATO missions. So this is another task. So each mission has a different tasks.
Different missions, different
tasks. Yeah.
Way different organizations.
Yeah, depend on the organization and depend on the background. Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Speaking of university, West Point University, where is it? How many years you studied there? How was your experience as in foreign university studying as a Mongolian?
Okay, actually I'm not studied in the West Point. I was studying Air Command and Staff College.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
So this is a different. For example, as the thinking of the Mongolians, this is for the master program for militaries.
Oh, okay.
Like college means.
Masters.
Yeah. But I would like to talk about the West Point too, because I'm very interested the West Point Academy. this is the same as a military academy of the Mongolia, the equal system. But West Point, it is established in 1802. It's a very old school of the UN, United States.
So, America.
Yeah, in America. And one of the interesting thing from the West Point Academy is leadership program.
Oh.
Yeah. So last few years, I'm trying to distribute the idea of the leadership to the military.
Oh,
in Mongolian Armed Forces,
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So this idea is like, if you do the right thing and then inspire others, and then others also can do right thing and then inspiring others.
Being a role model.
Yes, it's being a real, the right role model. So in Mongolia, of course, we have a lot of the right role models, but the modern time, and actually we don't have a right, the leadership doctrine, what we can follow them.
There's really,
what is the right thing we can do, what is the wrong thing we cannot do. Actually, we really don't have that kind of documents in our hand. So we are doing those things now, nowadays, yes. And then the basic knowledge and basic experience is from the
education.
Yeah, education is from West Point. In United States is the, distribute this idea to the Western countries.
Oh, okay.
But the important and interesting thing is, actually, we are the fundamental and foundation of the leadership, military leadership ideas from Genghis Khan era.
Oh.
Yes. Then United States military took the ideas from the Genghis Khan military leadership style, and then they put these ideas to the modern time, and then now we try to apply this kind of ideas to the modern military armed forces.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Getting, it's inspiring. Going back to the old times and back to Genghis Khan and old areas of the military.
It means, I would like to say one word, and we are actually Mongolians is foundation establishing for everything, looking like, looking back, all the history, definitely connected to the Mongolian history.
Very interesting.
So we have to be proud of ourselves.
We have to be proud of ourselves, Mongolian people.
Being
very
a Mongolian.
Speaking of educating Mongolian people, Mongolian young military, what would you first start to? What was the first lesson for Mongolian military that there's like a problem or something that you want to tell for Mongolian people, since they don't have a lack of education they have?
The product of being Mongolia is one thing, but do the right thing is other thing. So if you are really proud of yourself, you are Mongolian, and then let's do things in the right way.
Being right.
Yeah.
And being right person.
Yeah.
Individual, not just an army, but a person.
Person, yeah.
Moving on to the final question, what would you advise for Mongolian young generation of military as a general, a female general, a role model for Mongolian youth, especially in military?
It's difficult to giving advice now, but I'm just thinking, and then sometimes when I had some meeting with the female military members, and I told them, I'm trying to make a path for you, but you guys now have to make a big road.
All right, we're closing this episode. Thank you for coming today. Very special, honored. I'm very honored having you here. A female Mongolian first general, Bolor Ganbold, is here with you today. And thank you for tuning in, Voice of Mongolia English podcast. See you on the next episode.